next tutorial. This time I'm dressed up as Greta, the only female gremlin from the second Gremlin movie. Oh, I love this character. She's just like the smallest little bundle of fabulous that ever existed. And she's also kind of the most lovable character, I mean, apart from Gizmo, obviously. Because I don't think she's really evil, I think she just wants a man. And yeah. But as always, I had a flood of requests for a Gremlins makeup, so I'll flash the names on the screen now. Obviously I can't shout everyone's names because this video would go on for like 10 hours long, but here are the first few names. And the very first person that requested that I do Greta in particular from Gremlins was Elm Street Shine. I'll pop their name there, so thank you so much for requesting it, but thank you everyone that requested it. So yeah, if you'd like to learn how to recreate Greta's makeup, stay tuned. So before I get things started, I just want to talk to you guys about the prosthetic that I'm using. Now, I've sculpted and made a gelatin prosthetic for this piece. It's nothing major, it's just a brow piece with spikes on it, as you can see there. Yeah, just because it makes her look a bit angry, and she's got this really big hood here, isn't she? So yeah, and the reason I'm using gelatin is just because I've been using latex quite a lot in the last few tutorials, and I thought it might be good to go back to gelatin every now and again. Plus, for a big piece like this, I mean, it's quite thick, it's going to take a while to build up with latex. Plus, it'll be a smoother finish with gelatin anyway. But if you guys want to learn how to make gelatin prosthetics, I'll pop a link on the screen here. Alternatively, you could build it out with latex using methods from previous tutorials. So yeah, so I'm going to stick this down with some Pro Stick, and we'll go from there. Then once it's all stuck down, everything's all secure, and yeah, I'm going to take some witch hazel, which is just something you put on bruises and stuff just to reduce redness and swelling. You can also use hot water, just it's up to you. This is just a bit quicker. So I'm going to apply it on a cotton bud and just roll over all the edges of my prosthetic just to really blend the edges in. So there we go, so once that's all done, it's all dry, I'm just going to go around the edge with some more Pro Stick just to really seal things in, because I have a tendency to emote quite a lot when I'm talking, and that might make some of the edges lift up, especially if it's in the hot temperature with free lights on me. So I'm going to apply the Pro Stick around the edge just to keep it secure. There we are. I did end up going around the edge with latex as well, just a tiny bit, just because I really want this to stay stuck and I don't want there to be any lifting edges, and yeah, so then I'm going to take a yellow watercolour by M.A.C. This is a Chroma cake colour. It's called Primary Yellow, and I'm going to use that to paint on around my nose and up here, so just the bottom half of my face. It doesn't matter how neat it is at this point, I'm just trying to get the base colour so I can start blending it all in together. Then I'm going to use a green, which is the Landscape Green Chrome Cake by M.A.C, and I'm going to use that to apply it in this top area here. I should mention, I'm not abandoning Snazaroo watercolours. I absolutely love Snazaroo. The reason I'm using M.A.C this time is just because the Chroma colours tend to be a bit brighter, I think, so I just want the yellow to really stand out. So yeah, and again, it doesn't matter how neat it is because this is just a base. So then I'm going to take a white watercolour by M.A.C, and I'm going to use that to paint I think I'm going to paint most of my eyelid and maybe a little bit up here, because I'm going to be blending the three shades together, because I'm using purple as well, just to get a really big wing that she's got. It kind of accentuates, it goes along with this, it accentuates the cheekbones and goes along with the eyebrow bone. Then I'm going to take a rich purple chroma colour, and using a tiny bit of this, because as I said the colour is super rich, I'm just going to line the socket of my eye, making it a tiny bit higher, and then I can blend that colour, starting darker at the eye socket, and then taper it up to this white so it gets lighter and lighter. And do that just by cleaning the brush off and using a tiny bit of water just to manipulate the colour upwards. Then I'm going to take a Grimas black cream, and I'm just going to line underneath my eye and then wing it up, not too far but far enough so that when I put my false eyelashes on it doesn't stand out too much. So I don't know, maybe twice the length of your natural eyelash. I'm just going to join that up over my top lash as well, but I'm going to make it get thicker and thicker towards the edge just so it really wings up. Then I'm just going to take some of that yellow again, and I'm just going to highlight a few areas, just roughly, just like in the centre and around the forehead. Then I can just blend it in by just stroking the colour outwards. I'm going to do the same here as well with the green. I'm going to take the green and then spike it downwards just to blend this line in as well. Then I'm going to take a Maybelline Eyestudio Lasting Drama Gel Eyeliner in black, and I'm just going to line the waterline of my eyes. Then using a black eyeshadow by Sugar Pill, which is bulletproof, and a small fluffy brush, I'm just going to apply that to the underside and underneath the wing of this black eyeliner just to smoke it out a little bit. Then I'm going to take a jungle green eyeliner, which is by Rimmel London, and I'm going to use that to start drawing on all the fine scaly details that are all over the forehead. And I'm going to do some down the cheeks as well. I'm not going to do any on the mouth because that's where the big lips are going to be. But yeah, I'm going to time lapse through this just so you guys can see where I've gone, and then I'm going to add more colours to it afterwards. Okay, then I'm just going to take that green and I'm just going to start blending all these colours out. So on the nasal labial fold I've got here, I'm just going to brush the colour upwards just to blend that green in, and I'm also going to blend all these colours inwards towards each centre. Then I'm going to take some more yellow and just go over the areas wherever I've shaded just to highlight them. Then before I do anything else, I'm just going to draw the lips on just so I can see exactly the shape that I need to make with more contouring. I think I'm going to be drawing a nose a little bit higher, so I'm going to do the lip quite close to my real nose. So I'm going to use a red MAC Chroma colour. This is basic red, and I'm just going to start tracing on the shape that I want, and then I'm going to colour in. It's going to be very bee sting, so it's going to be very big here, and it's going to taper off into a smile. So yeah, very bee stingy. So then I'm going to put a red lip tar by OCC. This is their NSFW, and I'm just going to apply that all over this. Okay, so now I can see roughly what areas I need to pucker, basically. So I'm going to take the green again, and I'm just going to start. So if you suck your lips in, like pouty face, that face, you can see exactly where the wrinkles need to be. So I'm just going to draw some lines going towards the middle of the lip, and then I can blend them outwards. And just taking my pen again, or pencil rather, I'm just going to do a few little lines around the mouth, like smile lines. Just make sure to highlight with the yellow wherever you've gone with the like smile lines or wrinkles, just so they've got a fattier area so they look more prominent. Then for the littler spikes that she's got around her eyes, I've got these little tiny points, which are, they're metal, they're shiny, but I can fix that when I put colour over the top of them. But I've got these for makeup I was going to do after this another day, but I think for now I can stick a few just with spirit gum just underneath the eye, going along here, maybe about 4 or 5 on each side, just going around and up. And I'm going to stick them down with spirit gum. And I'm also going to stick 3 or 4 just underneath the mouth. Then whilst that's drying, I'm going to take the Grimas black cream. I'm just going to draw on 2 nostrils and link them up a little bit, just a tiny bit higher than my own natural nostrils. And then I'm just going to dull some of these spikes down with a tiny bit of watercolour. I'm just going to take the yellow and I'm just going to apply that over the top of some of them just to really get rid of the shine. Okay, also don't worry about the forehead and that area. Don't put too much effort into making the scales look perfect, because I mean, it depends on your wig really, but I mean, my wig I've got to deliberately cover most of my forehead because she's all brow and lip really, so I don't pay too much attention just to that area for now. Then I'm going to take some Eldora lashes. This is number H140 lashes, so medium fluffy lashes, and I'm going to apply them to my top set lashes. I like using my Duo black glue. Like lately I've been using it a lot because it just seems to be, I don't know, it just hides the weft really well. Okay, nice and fluttery. So then I'm just going to paint my body, which I'm just going to time lapse through because it's not going to be anything too specific. Well, yeah, anyway. I'm going to use the green and the yellow. I'm going to paint the green on the outside and the yellow on the middle, and then fade it out like I've done on the mouth area. So then before I do anything else, I'm going to pop on my wig, my contacts and my costume. And there we go, that's the look complete. So I finished the look off by popping on 2 contact lenses, which are white cat size, which I got from cameleyes.com. I'll pop the link in the description bar below. I popped on this gorgeous green wig, which I got from eBay. The costume I just bought from eBay, a red sequin dress, a pink feather boa, and she doesn't wear gloves in the film from what I can remember, but I don't want to paint my hands really when I'm around all this equipment and making my keyboard all messy, so I popped on some purple gloves. I hope that's okay. The ears are for, oh, I love these ears. These are fabulous. These are from a company called Luna's Puppets. I popped the website in the description bar below. I bought them from this website and they very kindly painted them when they found out that I was going to be doing Greta for me, so that's really sweet of them. But yeah, definitely check their website out. I'll pop that in the description bar below. And also I popped on a black beauty spot with the end of a brush, just popped it in some black watercolour and popped it on. I almost forgot about it. And yeah, so that's my Greta makeup. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like it, please make sure to know the usual. Rate, comment, subscribe and all that jazz. And yeah, so until next time, bye.